Hello YouTube, it's Sunday. I will be posting it tonight, Sunday night. What to do in the shop. I don't want to work today, but I have a few things I want to do. I want to inventory some stuff. I'm looking for parts for my dremel. I'm thinking about buying a new dremel. And maybe some people's never really seen my shop, but it's a mess. I've got cardboard on the windows. You can see why. See that? But look over at that one where it don't come to the top. That glare will come here in the wintertime, the way the windows are, because the sun's lower, and it will blind you. I've never done anything since I remodeled last year. It's still full of junk. I mean, I've even added more stuff. The shelves I built. My work table that I've been working at with my project so far this winter. What I like about the sander, it's over out of the way. I have to be plugged in over there, or put an outlet strip for the drill press. Years ago it was in the other corner. I got a video on that scale I ain't posted. I got it hung up. See, I've had the torch out recently. It's a little map torch. And we'll come around over here. Really, I've showed all that years ago, all my old stereo stuff. I mean, you can put in workshop or whatever if you want to see some old videos. That's where my toolbox is now. Used to be the drill press area. Back here, don't burp, I've been drinking Mountain Dew. I'll be belting there. Have a whole Play-Doh on building that. It's got speakers on the sides too, out on the ends. You know, on either end, so it's got front rear fader to run down. Not too much money invested in that car stereo. Probably $60 for the radio, and that speaker's worth $30, and they're 6-inch, 5-inch ones on the end were probably only $25 a pair. Order them through Walmart. Other set of shelves that's got stuff piled up there. It needs to be a little more organized. Back to my tool cart. It's always packed full of junk. And I think what we're going to do is I'll show you first a few shop supplies I got. I'll show you the free hair dryer I got and why I got it. So let's put it on the tripod and we'll show you a few things. This might be a long video, so don't watch it unless you're bored. Crescent wrenches, been hanging them up. The ones I've been doing. Okay, stay tuned for more. Oh, I took the battery out of my truck for the winter time. It's a $150 battery, no brainer. And I've got a CV hid back there underneath a piece of rag. I've showed that before in the video, so. It's in here where it's nice and I keep it charged up, so. It's better to let it sit out in the truck all winter long. $150 I paid a few years ago. Okay, let's go to the tripod. Okay, let's show a few shop supplies. I've got other stuff in there and forgotten what it is. I've ordered some stuff from, all electronics. I always put in there, I don't get paid to show any products in it. All electronics out of California. You get all kinds of stuff for radios, electronic stuff. This is like $5 a can. I got 2 of them. You can pause on this stuff if you want. This is not flammable. And it doesn't have a real bad smell. Working on like tools and stuff, I just need to lubricate it a little bit. Everybody knows what some of that spray smells like. It's pretty nasty stuff. I'm glad I got this. It doesn't smell real bad. So, I've been using this on a few things. I like it. I had some cheap stuff from a Dollar Tree I was putting on tools, and Dollar Store is better. I've got some stuff that has like paraffinized wax, so keep your tools from rusting. I always said, I want to put down WD-40, but it won't keep your tools from rusting in the toolbox. I've got tools, I can prove it to you. So enough of that, we spun that around. I've heard of this before somewhere. Okay, enough of that. Okay, now these stores are starting to get where the shelves are getting bare and they don't restock them. I grabbed the last one for $3 at a Dollar General store. I grabbed it. I did not hesitate. I grabbed it for $3. I was not even going to think, when my tube's halfway gone, I'm going to find this again. That's how bad it's getting everywhere in this area. The last roll of packaging tape. I plan on sending a package here in the future. I don't know what it cost. It's not the greatest, but it'll work. And if you ask anybody I've ever sent a package to, I'll put a roll of tape on a small box. You will be cutting through there to get through mine. You could throw my packages in a water puddle. $1 for this. This smells so good. I do stuff with candles, like my little stuff using hot glue sticks without using a glue gun. And I can't seem to find my other candle. I had a little baby jar candle. And I had one about this size. You just can't find them. They get down low, they get thrown on a shelf. So, that's $1 and it smells good. This is in their clearance stuff. I swear this stuff's like $8 a can. I bought Gorilla Glue to start spraying on my Orbit sander because the disc would fly out that hook and loop. And I want to convert that. I want to take a piece of plywood or anything and make a whole new base on the sander where I can spray it with glue and put those self-sticky pads on. Buy them or do something because the hook and loop does not work on it. And I'm not buying another sander like that. And everyone in the store, it seems like it's that way now. The hook and them things will fly right across the room. There's different kinds of this. See this? High initial tack. I stood in a home supply store one day and looked at 3 brands of this and grabbed the Gorilla Glue because I didn't know what to get. See where it's just like that in the middle? We'll be testing that. I thought I'd try this blue paint. It's way lighter than the can, which I gambled. I was glad to gamble because I wanted it a little bit lighter. This stuff's like $3.75 a can, and it's made in the USA. Trust me, it's made in the USA with global materials, but whatever. Yeah, makes you wonder. And I'm going to try some of their clear. Now, I have clear spray with the kind that clogs the top. We won't say the name. But if you look in there, this is the kind you can turn upside down and clear it. I will not buy that brand anymore. That you can't turn upside down and spray it so the air comes out because the can will clog. The tops don't clog. I can take them off and clean them. The can will clog. Okay, we'll pause, take a breath, and we'll go on to something else that I've been looking at and doing. Okay, I'll still take deep breaths. Okay, if you ever use the dremel and use these collets, you'll know what my rant's going to be. I gotta take my glasses off for this. Okay, I've been wearing my collets out. Can you see what that collet's wore? There's like a lip on it. Can you see that? I'll show you a good one. And I'll show you ones I made fit. If you get a Dremel tool like I did at off-brand tool shop, I ground some of these down to fit in there. This part right here, see where it's brass? And all I did was chuck it my cordless drill right on this band. And then sandpapered it, just a little bit to fit, okay? Now you got to be aware on these collets because some of them they fit right in there pretty good before you tighten it. And then you'll get to some that are, if I can find it, this looks like a new one. You get to some that are really loose. I mean, they just don't, it just goes in there too easy. And this tightens by this taper. That thing that screws on, I'm sure you know what I mean if you have a Dremel. It's cone shaped there. Well, what it does is it squeezes down on this collet and tightens these 4 fingers. See where it's separated? Well, it doesn't do any good if this is shaped different than your tool. I've reshaped some of those. This one I say I messed up because it was too long with why it got mashed. Because if you look at these, get them up here. See where that one looks longer on the one on the left? The cone shaped part? You just got to learn that stuff when you get a Dremel tool. Now I've got a dilemma. I can buy a new Dremel tool. I've looked up at one. Menards is like $40. The other one's $60. It's a Master Force. It comes with the chuck, like a drill chuck. Well, I had one of them years ago until it got full of grit and dirt, and then it got stuck and I couldn't get it cleaned out. So I still might go with that. And you can still switch back to this. It gives you both options. So there, that's on the collets. Okay, we'll pause and I'll show you some of the stuff I've been digging up that I found for Dremel stuff. Okay, and the reason I need a new Dremel, there's something wrong with mine. It sounds like the shaft is spinning in the bearing. You got a bearing in the front of them and the shaft, because it'll just start going ring and makes all kinds of weird noises, then it comes out of it, okay? And I thought the fan blade was coming loose. There's a fan in there. I think what it's doing is the shaft of the motor is spinning in the bearing, and then it'll finally grab and it'll run pretty smooth. But it does not sound that good. It's pretty nasty. This is a plus planet that's looking at my stuff. This goes, and I will get it out, for the little mini $8 rotary tools at Harbor Freight. Well, they have a wall cube, and there's no speed, and they run too fast. Well, I put it on my Variac where I can control the speed. But these are really good for real small work. You're not going to grind a lot on tools and stuff with these little stones. But you can do real small work, and there's just some other junk thrown in here. Like here's the collets for it. Because they're odd shapes, you know, they're short. So, we'll get that out and show you what it looks like. It was like $9. If you have a Variac, it's worth it. Or that, I wouldn't want to recommend anything to burn up something. That router control. I modified that thing, so I really can't recommend that, the router control. We're going to take, here, we'll jack up and see what this is a plastic ammo box. They sold these at Harbor Freight. So you know what it is. I'm glad I bought this because I'm hunting around with my Dremel stuff. And I know this, there's a reason I have that. He's pulling all kinds of, and you wouldn't believe the junk that I've thrown away. I'm glad I have this and put it up when I was remodeling. See the wall cube, we'll bring it back down. Here's the wall cube. And this thing runs on 12 volts, 400 milliamps. I suppose you could be brave. I'm not liable. Stick it in your cigarette lighter and see what happens. Take it. It's nice for real little small stuff. If you plug this in without controlling the speed, this thing will scream so fast it's like it's going to explode. Is there a calling in here so I can tell you? I know I'm right. Yep, see, I told you they were them little brass ones. See that? And see, that's almost too big for them. What's considered, what, an 1/8 inch arbor? I said, that almost looks too big. But it does take odd size stuff that is what's weird about it. It only takes, like I showed them, pink stones. Like a lot of the stuff comes with this real small shaft. Okay, here's an old box that had a multi-tool pliers, work bro. Just to show you some of this junk I've collected over the years for Dremel stuff. Here's what I show where you stack like 3 or 4 cutter blades together. And I'd save these for a project. See where they're small? I was working on something. I needed them smaller, but these will cut better than some of these pink and green stones. We all know how the hole wears out on them if you've done enough as I have. This stuff, throw it away. We've got better stuff than that. I think I've shown, if you probably don't remember, I have some sticky-on sandpaper pads. So there's no use really open these. These have sandpaper discs with holes. I have some that stick on the little plastic mandrel thing, which seem to work at a low speed. Saw blade for plastic. You see how burnt it is. We'll just tip it up so you can kind of see what's in here. Stuff like this I'll never use. I don't like using them with the hole in them. They don't last. And here's some more of that. Could have came with that other kit. Polishing things. I'm sure if you've done it many years as I have, you're always ruining things. They get hot, the rubber gets ruined. There's another wrench down in there. Diamond blades, I went through 2 kinds. I found the kind without the holes. And I'm sure it was Harbor Freight, and they are actually better. I used to cut into tin cans. It's kind of hard to get in the cut. But once you got the cut, you could really rip through. Just to show you some of the junk that I keep. Just in case I might need it. I hardly ever use these. They're kind of dangerous. Let's pause again. Okay, some leftover emery stuff. I got a kit now where they're green. It's like a rubber eraser with the grit in it. So you see there's some in there that's probably good, no good. You start burning through the end and the metal sticks out. See if we can get a little bit clearer shot there. I suppose I could open it. And of course another wrench. I said I've been using Dremel for years. See how you, something like this is like, that's so gut, well, you're not going to miss it on the shelf is why I used it. This was amazing when I found this. We're just going to dump this out. Because here's another whole bag of collets. Another little bag of collets. I need some collets for my Dremel. Where are they at? Diamond bits. These are probably, could be cheapos. And still I got 2 kits I bought last year. Here's the collar. You know what that is. I said where your taper of your thing goes inside there. That's a piece of plastic or something. Plastic washers I made out of a credit card. I was doing some project. I need to put it in a pocket knife or something. I don't need to see put that. And this, I'm not even going to open it. I don't know how good these are. This is full of diamond bits. Sure, we're going to open it. This is probably one of the oldest boxes I have. You can tell by how beat up it is. It's just full. And still I'll go buy kits because I'm run out of something. So there you go. We'll try to find one more thing and then we'll be done. I just wanted to show you just all this Dremel junk that I found. I said, and I've got 2 new kits over there, but I'm out of the collets already. You get like 2 collets, once they're shot, they're shot. Yeah, okay, I think we're about done. It's a long enough video. Here's what that blue looks like. I just sprayed it. So it is a little different from the can. Gotta remember, if you put this over gray primer, it's gonna look lighter. You put it over brown primer, it's gonna look darker. This is not how you spray paint. I kind of do that for a reason, you know that, because you know if you kept coating it right, it's probably going to look darker the way it is right there. In a lighter coat, remember this is over white, it's going to be way different what it should be. Is it done running? That's why I kind of just give it a bunch of spray on white paper to look at it when I test, see what the color looks like. It's not a bad blue. We'll paint something with it. I just don't like stuff red, so I never really own red paint unless I'm painting something that was red before original or should be red. Okay, that's enough. We're out of here. We shouldn't even spray this inside. I mean, even one little spray is not good for your health. So, thanks for watching. We're gone. We're out of here.